Stress is everywhere: deadlines, high-stakes decisions, or moments when everything feels like it's falling apart. How do some people stay calm and composed no matter what? The answer lies in ancient Stoic wisdom. Stoicism teaches practical strategies for handling pressure, keeping your cool, and thriving even when life gets tough. In this video, we'll break down 7 powerful Stoic techniques that you can start using today to master stress like a pro. Number 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the most liberating ideas in Stoicism is the concept of focusing only on what you can control. Stress often arises from trying to manage or worry about things that are completely out of our hands. Things like the actions of others, unexpected outcomes, or even the weather. But here's the truth. There's no point in stressing over things you cannot influence. Instead, Stoics advise putting your energy into what you can control: your actions, your decisions, and your mindset. Imagine you're facing a high-pressure situation, like preparing for an important exam. You can't control how difficult the questions will be or how others will perform, but you can control how much effort you put into studying and how you manage your time. By focusing your mental energy on actionable steps, you free yourself from unnecessary frustration and anxiety. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reflecting on this mindset not only calms your nerves, but also allows you to respond more effectively to any challenge. Number 2. Practice negative visualization. Most of us try to avoid thinking about worst-case scenarios, but Stoics embrace them through a technique called premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. Instead of ignoring potential setbacks, they actively imagine them. Why? Because preparing for the worst eliminates fear and helps you develop resilience. Picture this. You're about to deliver a crucial presentation. Instead of just hoping everything will go perfectly, consider the possibilities. Your slides might freeze, the audience might seem uninterested, or you might stumble over your words. By acknowledging these outcomes, you can mentally rehearse how you'd handle them, which makes the prospect of failure far less intimidating. Far from being pessimistic, negative visualization is empowering. It's about being ready for anything. Once you've imagined the worst and realized you can survive it, the actual situation feels much less overwhelming. Number 3. View obstacles as opportunities. Stressful situations often feel like brick walls blocking our progress, leaving us frustrated and overwhelmed. But what if, instead of seeing these moments as setbacks, we reframed them as opportunities? This is a cornerstone of Stoic thinking, turning challenges into stepping stones for growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Imagine being assigned a difficult project at work. The timeline is tight, resources are limited, and the stakes are high. Instead of panicking or giving up, shift your perspective. This is your chance to prove your creativity, strengthen your resilience, and develop problem-solving skills. Every obstacle you face can teach you something valuable, whether it's patience, perseverance, or adaptability. Reframing obstacles doesn't mean ignoring their difficulty. It means choosing how you respond. Stress often arises when we resist challenges, wishing they didn't exist. But by embracing them, you strip them of their power to overwhelm you. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger or better prepared for the future? By viewing obstacles as opportunities, you not only reduce stress but also unlock your potential to grow. Number 4. Cultivate detachment. When stress and emotions collide, it's easy to let feelings dictate your actions. That's where the Stoic principle of detachment becomes invaluable. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It's about stepping back from your emotions and analyzing situations rationally. By detaching, you gain clarity and avoid making rash decisions driven by anger, fear, or frustration. Imagine being criticized at work. Your first reaction might be defensiveness or even anger. But a Stoic would pause, take a mental step back and ask, Is this criticism valid? Can I learn something from it? By removing the emotional charge, you create space for logical thinking and constructive action. Detachment is especially powerful in high-pressure situations, such as a tense negotiation or a heated argument. When you distance yourself emotionally, you're less likely to say or do something you'll regret later. Instead, you can focus on what truly matters, resolving the issue effectively. This practice also extends to how you view your role in life. By detaching from the need for constant validation or success, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. Remember, detachment doesn't remove you from life. It allows you to approach it with a calm, focused mind. Number 5. Live in the present moment. The mind is like a time traveler, often dragging us into the regrets of the past or fears about the future. This mental tug-of-war is one of the biggest causes of stress. Stoics, however, emphasize the power of living fully in the present. As Seneca put it, true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. When you focus on the present, you free yourself from unnecessary worries. Let's say you're preparing for an important exam. Instead of obsessing over the results or regretting missed study opportunities, channel your energy into what you can do now. Whether it's reviewing notes or practicing problems, giving your undivided attention to the moment improves both your performance and peace of mind. High-pressure situations often feel overwhelming because we mentally pile up every what-if and worst-case scenario. By grounding yourself in the present, you break free from that mental clutter. Breathing exercises, mindfulness techniques, or simply focusing on the task at hand can all help anchor you in the now. Stress loses its grip when you stop worrying about what's next and start valuing what's happening now. The present moment is where you have the power to act, grow, and succeed. Master it, and you master your stress. Number 6. Practice self-discipline. Stress often feels overwhelming because it can make life seem chaotic and uncontrollable. That's why the Stoics placed such high importance on self-discipline. When you develop self-discipline, you create a structured, predictable environment that makes managing challenges far easier. It's like building a strong foundation that keeps you steady, no matter how turbulent life becomes. Think about an athlete preparing for a big game. Their daily discipline, waking up early, following a strict training schedule, and eating a balanced diet, gives them the confidence to perform under pressure. The same principle applies to everyday life. If you've built good habits, such as organizing your time, prioritizing tasks, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, unexpected stressors won't knock you off course. Self-discipline also strengthens your ability to resist impulses that add to stress. For instance, if you're disciplined about sticking to a budget, financial surprises are less likely to throw you into panic mode. Similarly, if you regularly practice calming activities like meditation or journaling, you'll have tools ready when stress levels rise. Building self-discipline isn't about being rigid. It's about creating a life where you're in control. The more disciplined you become, the better equipped you'll be to handle pressure with grace and resilience. Number 7. Remember the bigger picture. Finally, when stress feels overwhelming, it's often because we're hyper-focused on the immediate problem. The Stoics encourage stepping back and viewing situations from a broader perspective. This practice, known as remembering the bigger picture, helps you realize that many of the things causing stress are temporary and, in the grand scheme, insignificant. Think about a time when you were stuck in traffic, panicking about being late. At that moment, the stress felt all-consuming. But days or weeks later, it probably didn't matter at all. By zooming out and asking yourself, will this still bother me a year from now? You can often diffuse immediate stress. This principle also applies to larger challenges, such as career setbacks or relationship struggles. The Stoics believed that life is a series of ups and downs, and no single moment defines your entire journey. When you remind yourself of the vastness of life, it becomes easier to let go of the small things and focus on what truly matters. Stress shrinks when you expand your perspective. By seeing the bigger picture, you can stay grounded, make better decisions, and keep moving forward, even in the face of life's toughest challenges. Managing stress doesn't have to feel like an impossible task. By adopting these 7 Stoic strategies, you can navigate high-pressure situations with greater clarity, resilience, and confidence. Whether it's focusing on what you can control, practicing self-discipline, or reframing obstacles as opportunities, these ancient techniques are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. If you found these strategies helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us for more life-changing insights every week. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in our next video.